I'm your boy Idaho.
I'm your boy Juke.
And we about to bring you the hottest talk, 100% raw from around the city. Alright, y'all, we want to welcome you on to the third episode of Off the Bench Last Play. I'm your boy Idaho.
I'm your boy Juke.
And we got a special guest for y'all. We got Basil Lewis in the building to tell us his magical story about his Nike creation that he sent in and to this day hasn't been recognized like he deserves. So we're going to get straight into it. So why now? Like, it seems like in the last, I would say, maybe 2-3 years, you've been getting more buzz over what you've been through. Why did it take so long? I mean, it's from 85?
Yeah, idea was 85, but the process didn't take place 87.
87?
Right. But, it's a different genre now with, as far as exposure.
Right.
But back then, you write and, you call and, so forth like that. And then one point when I was going through it, I really didn't want to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? My concept was, okay, let's work this out. We going back and forth and just go out the way. You just didn't want to deal with all the toxic stuff and, explaining and so forth. And then, this and that. But years later, came to me to a concept where I was being selfish. Like, how you telling people stealing ideas and history, you know what I'm saying? And then you're a part of it without letting people, and being acknowledged of it. You know what I'm saying? So with the social media thing came in play. Matter of fact, my first interview was with my clients. Him and his buddies, he was playing basketball in college. He was like, baby, we want to do a story on you. That was the very first interview. And you're pretty good, and well, I was like, okay, and after that, I'm on YouTube. So, so forth. And then the latest thing, Phoenix Rogers did a documentary, called Stolen Thoughts. And man, talented brother, he's good.
Right. So, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but now that social media is so big, and that's really where, all the help that you've been getting and all the exposure you've been getting to be able to get your story out there is coming from those platforms. Right. You feel like if those platforms were available or even like close, like touched on those, you think your story would have been out way sooner?
Heck yeah. NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all of them, they weren't trying to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, you reach out to them. Now, so you got the new network, that's what I call it now. You know what I'm saying? Platforms. They want stories. They want the truth. And then, you being a sneakerhead, you know what I'm saying? It's like, God dang, they've been lying. Now the sneakerheads thinking Tinker Hatfield did this and like all this and that. And not realizing they had help. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the concept was when I'm playing ball, I wanted to shoot at, I kept turning my ankle.
Right.
Like anybody we played then.
Right.
Like when I came to concept of that distract and so forth. And then I sent them, I swear, man, this thing is off. Excuse me, people. They ain't watch that. Okay. I don't know who called, so I ain't gonna put you on blast. No, just kidding. That's with that, there was a lot of conspiracy behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of blackballing. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, attorneys and that's that. Like, I thank God, you know, legal counsel I got now, you know what I'm saying? But then it was like, oh, I ain't touching you. I'm like, what? Or I'm go meet with them. Then all of a sudden, boom, I can't do it no more.
Right.
Oh, you got to do you too, huh? You know what I'm saying? All that just because they didn't want the truth to get out there. So I was like, you know what? It's time me to go on and kill this. You know, folks need to know the truth.
So back then when all this was coming about, did you have any support from, you know, family members or friends that were like, hey Basil, you need to get this story out? Or was it like a self motivation thing for you? Like,
yeah, you know, a few, but I didn't talk much about it. I was doing my own, like Batman at night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like vigilante.
right.
You know, they didn't know. So I bought these attorneys. I had them write me without an attorney. They couldn't believe it. It's like, how in the world? So I worked my own way. And it was peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I could concentrate with no distractions and so forth. So, you know, my father, he was a big support. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest brother, you know what I'm saying? Robert, he always pushed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, keep fighting, little brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, my dad, so you'll never stop fighting.
Right.
You know, so yeah, you know what I'm saying, a few, but you know, first you looking for it, but if you ain't saying too much about it too at the same time, they gonna support you. Don't know, you know, cause friends today, you like, I didn't know you was going through that. I was like, no such about it. I was make the moves and keep it moving. Though.
So you grew up here in Covington,
right.
/ Cincinnati.
COV.
Yeah,
And you went to Holmes High School, right?
Yeah.
So how was
shout out Holmes.
How was that growing up? You know, how was going to Holmes, and how was it coming over? How was the neighborhood life like? How was it in Covington? How was it in Cincinnati? Like, what was your school life like?
Covington was creative, unique. I tell people, man, Covington, you know, let's say black spice, eggs and crabs. You got the good ones, you got the bad ones. So you was diverse when you experience different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On a positive and negative level. Then the people in Covington, they came from different places too. A little bit over here, down south, East Coast, West Coast. So you got all this different type of background mixed in one.
Right.
And we was like, you thought we was like a major city to be so small.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Then we had people from Newport, they came over, family and friends, and shows. Like it had its time. It's totally different now, but man, so then you had the racism you had to deal with, and you know, so it was like rounded experiences on all levels. And then look back on now, like, wow, we was unique for that time.
Right.
We had a lot of talent.
Right.
Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Just unique, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you had a combination Newport combined with the two people over there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like you said, y'all had a lot of talent coming
I was a
up.
nerd.
Right.
I was a nerd. I know what I'm saying. I'm not that like kind of bashful. Like you had folks over, you know, you had popular folks that popular.
Right.
I was one of them, you know, was popular like that.
I was like that too.
Yeah, but you know, I'm on a lot of people I looked up to.
I was
popular
like
as hell.
popular,
Yeah.
but I was like, you know, I kept my head down and they didn't know who I was, but like I wasn't like popular.
I wish I would have did that.
I wasn't popular.
Nah, it's cool because you know the I guess the attention thing, it's a blessing and a curse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But until you start playing sports, and I could play all sports, but then I locked in on basketball.
Right.
So like you were saying, so since you locked in on basketball,
This was my favorite first.
and you was so football was your favorite.
Yeah, oh man, you know that.
So then we're supposed to be cleats.
Yeah, I wanted to play.
You wanted to make some cleats. Huh?
I wanted to play wide receiver. We was coming up playing wide receiver.
Who was your guy?
Huh?
Who was your guy?
Drew Pearson. That's how we came to
Drew
Cowboys.
Pearson,
That's how I came to Cowboys fan.
Okay,
you know?
then.
And then Dr. J. We had the afros like him, you know, this and that. So
Right.
I was watching Drew. I was watching the Doctor.
Okay, so
Baseball
football is
go
your first
around.
love. All
That's
right.
crazy because that's my grandpa's favorite team, the Cowboys. So I had to grow up watching them. And I was like,
Yeah.
So you said that coming up, y'all had a lot of talent in the area. So like, who were some of the big names that we may not know about around your time that you were growing up with and playing with that were from, you know, Covington or Cincinnati area?
You talking about around my time?
Yeah, around your time.
Oh, let me see. Biggest, I know Dickie Bill went to Kentucky Wildcats. Then he got that try with the Atlanta Hawks. You had guys prior that was older than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah, who were some of those guys? Some of their names.
George Stone. Look him up, ABA. George Stone. Jackie McCurry. Nate Haskins. I heard they both had to try with the Bulls. Dang, some of the guys that the Reds is looking at. I'm throwing a blank. You know, so I don't need nobody else. There's somebody else that I'm trying to think.
this was back during the era of athletes, though. You got to think about this is what the 80s.
Yeah.
This the 80s. This, you know, this Jordan and really Magic. This is when Jerry Rice, all them. This is when athletes was like when people were starting to be like, wow. Like,
There was some. Man, I mean, we had some ballers over there. Say the guys that jumped, man. He might have been this tall. Boom. You know, I mean, Yellowton was new for it. Then you had the showdown when Randolph Park. And I used to be like, oh, shoot. You know, guys that was balling.
Oh,
Here
Rick
come,
Hamilton?
yeah, here come the guys from Newport. And they would bring their crew over there. So, you know, they would go at it. You know, my game was just, it was baby then, you know. But I watched, I always took notes. I tell a lot of these guys to this day, man, I watched them and I took notes. I went to work on my game, I worked on my game, grew a little bit more and this and that. Then one day I told you I got some superpowers. I said, man, like this. You just let me on thinking that, you know. So man, one time this play Dunk 21. We made it up. You couldn't score unless you dunked the ball. True story.
Dunk 21?
Dunk 21. You ain't gonna hear that nowhere else. You just heard it here. Dunk 21.
Dunk 21.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be tired by the second dunk.
All right, yeah.
Everything else gonna be layups.
Try to catch it off the rim.
Oh, you got to Uber to yourself?
You
Man,
want to bounce it.
I'm gonna throw it to you. You throw me a ooh.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Did we ever make it to 21?
Did we ever make it?
We got a lot of dunks on. You know what I'm saying? But,
We don't even know if we finished the game, like, but we played it.
I'm trying to think which one of us came over there. Let's play Dunk 21.
How was it though? Like in that era though, like you know we 90s and 90 babies.
It's hardcore. You had to earn. Wasn't nothing given to you. Like you walk home from school, right? You had a backpack with heavy books. Now it might be that female you had a crush on. You want to carry her books and press her. She might tell you to carry books. That's probably why some folks get shoulder surgery to this day. Y'all I heard this on the internet. Books, the history book down like that. That alone, you know, when you switch it back and forth, you trying to hold on, trying to look strong.
You was carrying books?
Yeah, you had your backpack, and depending on if you like her, I got smart. Like she don't like me. I got my own books. You know what I'm saying? So, home, then you got to drop like, all right, well, I see you in school tomorrow, got the books. You like this. And then you got to walk all the way home. So he would walk and catch the bus. Right. So the females was walking too. They probably able to dunk. They just didn't try it. Most of like that. 6 pack and everything.
So with you being a basketball head and a sneaker head, how
now you won't call back?
How would you rate the game back then? Like watching, like I said, Jordan and all them compared to the game now.
Oh man, you know
which era is better?
God,
as a basketball player yourself,
I hate to say it. Then You know, it's a lot of critique. Like, don't get me wrong, it's talent. But, you know, this guy do this. When God put that on you, you got to work. It's like football, it got on you. It's a sport. Sports is competitive. You got to work to get to where you got to get to. It ain't nothing easy. Yeah, you had some guys who, trust me, but when you was tough, you like soldiers, get that shit chill. You never hear too much about MCL, ACL tears and stuff like it. Ain't nobody touch you. And then you can hand check a guy. You don't think, you know what I'm saying, pictures, whatever, come over. Shoot, they ain't down there, that was combat. You don't see that no more. That's why I don't think, we're not saying here about a fragrant fire. You know what I mean about, I ain't saying you should hurt somebody. You're gonna get hurt playing sports.
Right.
I'm sorry, just what it is. Dangerous, whatever it is. They getting hurt now and they ain't physical.
Right. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Nobody talking about that. What's different? They getting hurt now. Why he out? Oh, he tweaked it. Well, nobody on him. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you come up a guy, and some guys we try to play with a bad ankle. Or you back, you know, you strap up, you going to war, you know what I mean? She's very combat, because your thing was compared like, my thing is try to beat this guy.
Right.
There's some guys that talk, some guys are quiet, some of them silent ones, you gotta watch them, which like, this guy working me. You gotta keep up with this.
Out of the guys that you played, who were the top three? This is a question for both of y'all.
Guys
Who you two guys you played against, just period, any level, who gave you the biggest headache? Like, who would you consider like your rival to be like, that's a guy that I went out there and like had to give it all. He made me work for mine.
That was, as a kid, you know, older, but as far as our age, man, gosh, man, Brian Commodore. Brian, I hope you're hearing this right now. Brian had arms as long as he could play, and he was strong. His father mentored me too on the court. You know what I'm saying? And his arms, he was so strong. He had defense. So I had to find a way that, okay, how get him under conflict, try to play chess with him. And I finally figured it out. Once I get him, I ain't worried about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they might play, they knew that and Brian was he was timid, he was a little bully too. I'm gonna make sure he hears this. But Brian's like my brother.
What about you? What's your three?
My three? Hey, well, when I was in high school, I don't think we really, like, since I played in the slot, I didn't really get to, you know, we didn't get really a lot of man coverage in the slot a lot of the times, but I mean, when it just came to like overall playing the defense, I would say Corain may have been the hardest defense I had to play against. But like individually, when I got to college, actually a couple of my boys that I went to high school with, my boy Trey Watkins, he switched over from slot to the corner when he came to college with me. My boy Justin Greer, he was like one of the top DBs in the country. He led the FCS in picks, had 9 picks. I would say him. And then third, my boy Mike Jack. I play flag with him now, and then I play college ball with him too. He plays safety. But every time we did one-on-ones, like in practice and stuff, we would always be going back and forth. So I would say them three definitely made me like
work for it.
We definitely made work for it.
So there's none now in the last, since you've been playing for the Dukes, who gave you the run? Who gave you the run?
Playing for the Dukes.
Who gave you the run for your money? Who make you work when they see you?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't really been nobody that's been like I can say like that make me aggressive, you know what I'm saying? That make me be like, damn, why you doing this?
Man. So look at y'all like,
man,
y'all pro material.
I say I got 4. Just cause like I'ma add like just in my lifetime. 1, Sean DeFore, he was from Trinidad. Crazy, ridiculous speed. He really plays soccer. Like that's my boy. Shout out to Sean. He my boy from Boise, Idaho. I played in Idaho with him, but he just had ridiculous speed. But he didn't know the game.
Right.
But he was so talented that he was just able to get into the right spot. But with him having his speed and he was fast as hell and aggressive.
Right.
So I had to work. It was like I can't step off the line because he could run with me. I can't step on the line. So I had to bring my A game. or he was like, it was just ugly. Like he never stopped me. I did him bad. Sorry, but he was him. Out in Overson from Sycamore, he played with Bud and all them. Like he was a lockdown. He knew where to be. He knew his assignment. He was really good. Like then
Bud,
Serge.
Bud.
His name was out in Overson, but he played with Bud, who played running back for Sycamore at the time. Sergio Freeman, of course, everybody knows Serge. As a young boy, I was like 21, 20, just coming back from college. Right before I went and had my workout with Cleveland and them. Like he was the one I was getting work with, like training with, like played with and everything. And like up until that point, even in college, like I was doing Eastern's corners bad. Like, but so up until college, I really never had somebody that I'd be like, I gotta run something else. But him, he was on my ass. I ain't gonna lie. I had every time, like, we'll go back and forth. Me and Serge. This is a young Serge, though.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
This 2013.
I got the tail end.
Yeah, this is 2013 Serge. Like, he was nice. Like,
he played with older guys.
Yeah.
I just call him out, you know what I'm saying, play them, get me together. They ain't show no mercy. You know, like, I tell people, Michael Jordan was a great athlete. When he came across with the Pistons, he became a great champion. So the Pistons were rough, but they made him into a monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it took the whole crew to go work. So when they saw them again in combat, that's where it was. It's like the big brother, little brother. That's why I look at the Pistons and the Bulls, same way in the street. Or your older brother's not gonna just let you score on him. After a while, he gonna make you earn it. You know what I'm saying? He might go on ice or whatever, but you gonna know. So when you play next time, you gonna bring the pain.
Right.
And that's where it's supposed to be. So I think, go back to what we were saying about today's game, Ben Simmons, you gonna play, you ain't, dude. Like, to me, it's something psychological.
Yeah, ain't no way. There's
a lot of grown breastfeeding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just went through that on Saturday.
Milk a long time ago. Like, come on, man, this is, but see, that's the thing to me when they start maybe paying the guys more money, protect them, or you know what I'm saying. But you seen back in the day, you seen rawness. When a guy can get off on you and you banging him, oh, he the truth. Because you get me with everything, he's still coming.
Yeah.
Now it's like I see little guys taking big guys to the hole.
Right.
Like, you said back then, like, oh, little man, no. All right. The next thing that little guy gonna try you, like Kevin Johnson, but we'll go up on the Kings and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say that now in today's game that they're milking their injuries?
For sure.
Like you say, grown breastfeeding.
I don't
feel like a lot of them are milking the injuries instead of.
Yeah, man. Like, you had guys. Okay, this is a conversation I had with Shaq and Charles Barkley teaching about Ben Simmons. And they made a good point. If you hurt, try it. But then if there's something nagging, you can't do it. At least you say you tried.
Yes.
But don't say you're gonna play all this and that and I said, wait a minute. But you showing highlights and you run around doing this and you in your clothes walking normal. Man, it's war time. It's the playoffs.
Yeah. Right. He don't got that. He don't got what they had. Back then, you got to think about everybody be like, oh, they got this Mamba mentality or this Jordan mentality. But back when Jordan was playing, you got to think about Kareem had that. Olajuwon had it. Like, freaking Magic had it. Larry had it. Isaiah had it. Like, you could just go down the list of all the guys back then that had that instinct where they were like, I want this. Like, I'm going to take this.
It's two different spoils. There's one spoil when everybody tell you good, and you get your way. Then when you don't get your way, that's what happens. Your mentality shuts down. The other spoilers is when you worked on your game and you become a killer. Now you spoil because you tearing folks up. Right. See what I'm saying? So that's a spoilness you want when you're playing sports.
Right.
Ask yourself though, you a basketball, you've been involved in basketball for a long time. Ask yourself, you're down 2 games. You're considered probably one of the top 30 players in the league.
Yeah.
You getting paid $200 million. You mean to tell me I'm down 2 games and I'm just gonna sit there and watch y'all lose? It ain't no way.
We want
back in the day. Name one player back in the 80s or early 90s. You think Allen Iverson or Shaq would have did that?
No. See,
or Kobe or
another thing, I don't hear much about it. Playing one-on-one. Why did you play a guy one-on-one? Now the challenge. You want to beat him.
Right.
If you beat him, you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Motivation.
Right.
Then guys bragging rights. Man, I tore you up. Well, what? You want to play again? Guys might play 35 games at night when they had street lights on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might be 10, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. You play in the daytime, play at nighttime.
That don't even happen no more.
No, then it was like, well, they play more games. No, they're doing too much workout and doing what they're doing. We play on concrete and wood. Play on concrete. You tell me different playing on wood all the time than you play on concrete.
But growing up though, that's all we did. We was at the park from the time the sun came up when my mama was like, y'all can go outside, go to the park. We'll be at the park from then until the lights come on and it's time to go home hooping.
Well, I got this thing here.
Yeah. Nowadays, like, everybody play 2K and then go to the court and just try to use that.
Right.
So
we want to be 2K.
What,
go back and talk about what you did or what somebody else did, you know? Yeah.
So what advice would you give these younger kids who maybe have a creative idea, who they want to send to one of these big time corporations and they want to maybe get their brand out or they want to get their ideas out there? What knowledge would you give them? What wisdom would you tell them before they embark on that?
I think they're getting smarter now with the copyright, patent, trademark, you know, the LLC and so forth. Even the poor man's patent. You don't open it, certify it, you know, get you call it when you take it to somebody to
Notarize?
Notarize it. You know what I'm saying? Something that shows that you have proof of your document done something. Like I said, patents, copyrights, trademarks, they never paid receipts. Show that you know what I'm saying, that you did something responsible. Unless you find a way to, like me, you know, they admitted what it took. You know what I'm saying? They admitted it was mine. So, you know, when you got proof of that, like, okay, if I'm wrong, call me out on it. You ain't call me out on it, it's the truth all day long. So I ain't got to debate nothing. You or whoever else, if you got proof of something and then they know it, you can't say nothing. Because you ain't got proof of nothing, folks come after you. You know, even if it's your stuff, well, show me the receipt. You go to the store, right? You try to take something back. You better hope you know somebody who else say, you got a receipt?
Yeah.
If you ain't got a receipt, guess what? You don't take it back home with you.
Yeah.
They keeping the money.
So what would you consider a positive outcome to your situation? Like, what would you like? When would you get to a point where you're just like at peace with everything? I mean, of course, it's been a long time, and you still fighting this battle. But when will it be where you could just breathe and just be like, all right, I'm done with that. I'm happy with the outcome.
I'm at peace now because things been worked out and all this time.
Yeah.
I'm at peace now because I had to learn to be humble in the beginning. When things wasn't going right or going my way the way I wanted with the case. So, you know, you had a bitter attitude. One is looked at the big picture and then things started manifesting. Then the other part is you get to tell people, you know, the story and they're getting the real deal. So then you can hopefully motivate other people to do something who's already doing it. Like you got when we talking about the customized sneaker designers who's putting their stuff on there, man, protect yourself. These corporations are looking at them people's stuff and they're taking it. I told them a long time ago, you see these new designers sneakers now, they're looking to see what the people want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who started selfies? The people that want to be what? Like the celebrities and everybody else. They got it from all that. And you really seen it during the lockdown. Folks is on there on Facebook, on Facebook Live, Instagram Live. So with the celebrities and athletes on the store, they start doing the same thing. They watch like we do, ain't no different. Everybody watching each other.
Yeah.
Taking the idea and formulating. Will they give you credit? No. I mean, it is what it is. You know. To me, for longest, I always say it's the best kept secret. Like, you talk the talk, you can back it up.
Right.
So my thing like this, regardless, when we going on between closed doors, you know what I'm saying? You don't see me sad no more.
Right.
That's, but they ain't stopped me to the point where, well, you know what? Folks need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who really helped the situation
Right.
and move behind it.
So let's dig into that more.
Yeah.
Let's
Basil Lewis.
Yeah, let's dig into
The shoe designer.
Now you gonna get the show well, my back.
Yeah, the shoe designer.
So let's dig into the 18-year-old Basil Lewis who came up with the idea for a sneaker. You said that you wanted to start wearing something more comfortable for your shoes because you would roll your ankle a lot. Or
that's the idea. The concept came in playing basketball, right? So, and then you know what I'm saying, with X Nation, with a rap group.
Right.
We would call it X-Men at first. Like I said, I ain't know about much of comic books. I paid attention to the X-Men comic books. Actually, we just called Unknown Men. Because back then they had 88 on Fridays, rap station.
Right.
Everybody, especially over here in Cincinnati, they had nicknames. So we just come across the bridge, spent the bridge, like, man, we need to come on the name. What? I said, what about the Secret Service? Man, I ain't no secret, it's like the police. It's like that one. Well, we call him X-Man, because he played ball.
Right.
Swing, his name Swing Man. Swing Man because the third, right? And then the other brother, Boot, his main child. Got that from Gerald Dawkins. So I said, man, we go out to X. What's the concept of X-Men? And I was a G-Man to get there. So, then we all played sports. But, so I would draw concepts. But, after when I was younger, and shoes and stuff like that. Now, keep in mind, I ain't even thinking about just starting no apparel or nothing. I mean, maybe one day I said, okay, if it happens, or something like that. And so, I was a mini kid coordinator in the North Kentucky Community Center. It used to be called Lincoln Grant High School. Look it up. Legendary. It's an all black high school, right? They shut it down on some political stuff, of course. But I was down there, I was getting guys my age and younger jobs, right? And that's me, I got that job to this day. I was actually interviewed in Kentucky folks. So one day they was all going out. He came with the idea. I drew me some Nikes. Well, I was played by Nikes. He drew me donkey, shoot a gun at the athlete. So I called them 2001s. But when I said, let me send this to Nike and see what they think. So when I sent it, I just turned 18. And they wrote me within 2 weeks. Quick. And you read the letters. You know what I'm saying? You see what it says, right? And I'm like, oh shoot, they wrote me back. So because first my guy Tank McNair, I showed him first. I said, Tank, look what I did. Because he worked there with me. I said, what you think? He said, man, these shoes cold, ain't nobody touching these. I said, oh heck no. I flipped the shoes like it on a planet. You see what I did? I transformed it.
Right.
I was on somewhere else, on another zone. And then 86, they wrote me again. Oh, thank you. We was taking, we got you on file. But there's no need for a graphic design right now. Which is the best in basketball? I'm like, oh shoot, hey, roll me again.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest was history.
So I see you had some pictures with you, right? For the let's see what you
Anybody want to see the receipt?
Let's see what you working
See the
with.
receipt. They say you need the black and
Show
white.
our viewers what you got
Nothing
going
like the
on.
black and white.
So which one you want to see?
Show the receipts.
You need
Show
a
some
handout.
receipts. Let me hold this while you show them what you got.
So which one of these? These are certified letters, right? Just do it.
Certified letters by Just Do It. Hey, y'all can see it, right? I see the Just Do It.
Y'all like the receipt. You don't show the receipt. That's it. You ain't got no story on that receipt.
Just do it. Just do it.
Why not everybody see the receipt?
Right.
You see it, just do it everywhere, ain't that right? So just see these. Like that.
Right.
There's enough right there. Bam.
Nike, look at that. Just do it. Nike,
Don't play.
official.
Don't play with them.
Don't play.
Y'all see that, right? Come on now.
That's certified.
This ain't no make believe story that he telling y'all. This is real deal.
If you don't believe me, ask Nike and Team Hatfield. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me to say that. They was keeping these. They try to keep people in the dark. I ain't nothing to do with this, okay? So, you know, some folks get exposed.
Right.
You know, and like I said, when you come with whatever the thing behind there, hey, but other than that, it don't matter though. Like, just come on, be real. Just like, hey, this guy, he contribute to where we at right now.
Right.
Because those shoes was really kept Michael Jordan, that concept.
Right.
You know, the Jordan 3s. He was going to Adidas, so to say. This in their bio, right? So Tinker Hatfield, he was an engineer. They came in 1981. Tinker Hatfield became the head of design team for Nike in 1985. Same time I said the concept, which he took a chance with that revolution.
Right.
Then came the Air Max, right? And they all got that. Well, okay, yeah, these are the letters we was talking about.
More letters.
Now, what you didn't see, this right here. This is a letter talking about the money that I have for too much money.
Right.
That's right there. So, but I asked for too much money.
Right.
But
according to them.
at that time.
Right.
So, like I said, it's beautiful now.
Right.
We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Right. So show them the concept of what the sneaker look like.
Okay.
And explain that to them.
Okay.
Not what the design look like.
This right here, actually, the upgrade version is. This right here is Air Force One. Now, if you look at any Nike stuff before that, there was no name Nike anywhere on the strap.
No Nike name.
Yeah, none of that.
No Nike name on the
Yeah,
strap.
you see, the Air Force One, that's the original Air Force One right there. Right. So I took that and just, you know, flipped it. Right. So now here you come with this 2 years later. Not the same year, not the next year,
Right.
but 2 years later.
That's the one they came out with.
Now, so you take, let's see. Remember I told you about this part?
Right.
They said smart, they raised that. So when they said, okay, we're gonna come to this visible air bubble, where can we put it at? So they said, okay, he got it right here. Right? So then you got, they took this and they shrunk it. Right?
So think y'all gotta think. So he had the air bubble on the bottom of the shoe. And this was the air
Well,
bubble.
it's supposed to be something
along
in the
the
component.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I break it down, that everlasting look.
Right.
They came up with, they said, okay, we're gonna add this in there.
2 years
That's
later.
where the engineering part came in, which was genius, right? Now you see the Nike on the strap.
Yep.
You said say Nike on the strap.
Exactly.
Does the Air Force One got Nike on the strap?
Nope.
No, they don't. All right. Now you see this right here. Well, we're gonna take this. We'll take this and go all the way around with it.
Right.
Right. So when you see the Sky Highs, what is the Sky High? Same thing. Bam. Raise this, raise that, took it up there, and there it is right there.
Right.
Right. So you got the mesh. It's in the front, right? So when you take this one, what's Chuck at? You see the Chuck in here. This is the breakdown where they try to say my shoe looked like a ski boot, right?
Right.
But then the debate was my shoe looked more like a ski boot. But you described me as an inline ski boot on there.
Exactly.
See that? Like, god dang, baby. So you go again with this. Now, here we go right here. So look, so I get it right there, right? See this right here? It's the same shoe. See the two, you look like the two straps?
Right.
Right in there?
Same shoe.
Yeah, and those are low cuts.
The low top.
Right,
Yeah.
those low cuts. So I don't even talk about that
Right.
anymore. We're gonna talk about them legendary.
Right.
If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have had these.
I mean, it's the black and white.
Look, Nike on the back.
Nike on
written
the
on the
back.
back. Air
Nike
Force
on
on
the
the bottom.
Right? Same spot. So why didn't you put it right here? Why didn't you take it all the way through?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got same thing, raise the bar right here. These are shoes, when they said that Michael wanted a shoe not too high, not too low. We want a lighter shoe. You know, you're a leaper. So that's the way leapers think.
Right.
So Hatfield went back in his bio. It said that's what saved Michael from going to Adidas. But you don't talk about Evolution. You talk about the Air Max.
Right.
But these are another low cut Evolution collection. That's what they were gonna name it first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same
that's
thing.
That's what they were going to name it, low cuts.
Right. So what did I do? You got the okay, yeah. See it right here.
So pretty much pieces of
They all this freestyle. Look at freak at that. See it right here. So we're going with that. We'll take that and shoot. We're going with that. You know the mesh. So after that, see what I'm saying?
Right. You get the mesh here. They just took the mesh there.
There you go.
a bubble though.
There it is. So we're gonna put it in that spot. Same goddamn spot.
Same spot.
Same spot. Yeah. Not too far from the hill, just right enough right in there.
They took it. They took this here. They just raised it.
Yeah.
I think I got some of these at home too.
Shit, I wanted some too. Let's be front page Kentucky Post.
Look at that. Basil Lewis.
This right here, what it say?
And I'm going to read this word for word now. This is in the newspaper. Nike admits it did not follow standard procedure requiring the signing of a non-confidentiality agreement when Lewis submitted his ideas. The company said it was keeping his ideas on file, so it at least acknowledged receipt of his material. Which it should have been more than that. It shouldn't just been an acknowledgement of them receiving the material. He should have got more credit for his material.
Yeah, for sure.
Period.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy.
I ain't lying.
And that's crazy how Nike, like,
And guess what I got? Nobody else got it.
Receipts?
86.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
1986.
Now look at all these
catalog.
shooting 86. What do you
Shoe
see similar in
heads.
this
Just for the
shoe?
sneaker heads.
You're a real sneakerhead.
You're a
I tell them all the
sneakerhead.
time. Come get some of this.
86.
Come get some of this.
86.
Get this.
Ain't none of them shoes in there though. Like you said.
Phil Knight.
Feel nice.
Yeah, ask Phil. Ask Tinker.
None of them. Like,
All that right there. Then later on, when they started doing it, they started putting Nike on the strap a year later. This is 86 catalog. Concept was 85.
That's great.
so what now?
You know?
What's next?
They decided to give me, you know,
I mean, you can always do make a shoe for Puma.
oh, you want to know? Oh. Other than,
I know you can't make an iconic shoe at 17 and then say you done.
you know what, man? Tell you the truth, man. Some stuff became discouraging after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, took my mind off from somewhere else. Then, too, I was trying to play the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I came back. People asked me shoes. Crazy is, I just did some new concept shoes, trying to figure out what I'm doing. And it's like, you know, off the chart.
Like recently.
Yeah, so I've been watching, studying, looking at other shoes, components and things like that. Like, what do I want to do different with the shoe?
Right.
Like, I ain't got an idea for Puma and New Balance right there.
I like
look at
Puma.
Kawhi Leonard, what shoes they gave him,
Right.
I flipped that.
I flipped that.
Yeah, it's like I looked at them shoes that he had, like, come on, New Balance needs some help.
So you ain't dealing with Nike no.
I'm a shoe model.
You better not either. Somebody steal your car and ask you want to ride, you don't get in. Come on, get your key, you know, steal your TV. It's like, come on, we're watching. You want some chicken too? Like, yeah, don't touch my remote.
So it's over for that.
Yeah, look, it's over.
Yeah,
It's over.
Just know that we both shoe models. So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Once you make them shoes, just go ahead and send a pair over, and we're gonna have model.
Yeah,
them.
man. I got some stuff at work. You know what I'm saying? This time and everything. You seeing everybody got this stuff. Okay. Well, what that need my? That's what I did with them. You know what I'm saying? So everything got place and time. I know probably, you know, like my mind, man, it ain't aging. I think, you know what I'm saying? It's like beautiful. Like
That's
I can see
one thing.
ideas. Like,
That's
man,
good,
boom.
though.
I feel like a
You
young
need
boy
more of
every
that,
time I'm
right?
looking at something. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? A little weird. I'm a little weird. Honestly.
So all you creators,
Deshaun Jackson.
all you young creators with these ideas and these crazy imaginations, just know that right here in the city in 513, you got somebody, Basil Lewis at Bladez Barbershop. Pull up. You have ideas, you want your haircut, you just want to politic, you want to know a story. He's here. He's ready to help. You know, anything you can do. Just make sure that you chase your dream and you don't let anybody take that from you. And like he said, make sure you protect yourself, patent, LLC.
Protect yourself when you wreck yourself.
Everything you need. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is Off the Bench Last Play. I'm your boy Idaho.
I'm your boy Juke.
We got Basil Lewis here. Shout out to Flick It Up, Chuck. Shout out to the BCFL. And make sure y'all tap in, man. We got more coming to y'all.